So the last few days, the last week have been horrendous here in America. I've been in a funk mostly because I've been sick over the holidays, as you know, with flu, bronchitis, and later pneumonia. And my wife's diagnosis over the holidays, my diagnosis for aortic valve replacement, and this week I had to go get a CT scan for it, and that was fucking ridiculous. Oh, that was hard. And they had to use twice the amount of contrast that fucked me up for 2 days. So all this, in addition to everything that's happened within 1 week of the year, just pretty much a year, 10 days in, and Trump has lost, and the Trump administration has lost their goddamn minds. Because we have to understand two things. One, this is desperation. They're out of their, they're pushing hard because American imperialism is all they have left. Hate is all they have left. ICE is all they have left because they've lost the narrative with affordability and the economy. They let the economy crash. Now everyone's saying that he's doing that because he wants to break it, and that way they can, it can't recover and they'll make money from it. The problem is they still like to do business, and even though oligarchs are assholes, they still need to do business in an economy. And also, contrary to what Trump thinks, the midterms are happening, and every Republican worth his salt knows they're dead. Only the really hardcore MAGA thinking they're going to get through. I mean, whatever. I mean, everyone's freaking out that Ron DeSantis is calling for another gerrymandering in Florida. Who gives a fuck? Two states I don't give a fuck about: Texas and Florida. Why? Because they're lost. They're cesspools of hate. They're worthless pieces of shit because the voters there have pretty much advocated to Republicans, and to vote to Republican is to court death. They're fucked unless there's a change on the midterms. So anything he does, I don't give a fuck because it's not going to change anything, especially in Texas. Prove me wrong. I'll say that over and over again. And I live in Georgia, but we're purple, and we're already proving you wrong at this point. So this is why it's crazy. This is why it seems so much, and it's a lot. And that's why we saw what we saw with Renee Good. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. But it doesn't excuse what happens. Those people in ICE, as you can see, are just hateful, small dick energy men. There was one person who literally, they were protesting, and this guy pulled a weapon and stuck it in that person's face. Balls to the protester, they didn't move. Didn't say a word, and he put his gun away. And they don't have immunity. They think they do, they don't. And I'm hoping they charge Jonathan Ross right away with the video evidence and force them about the physical evidence. See my last video. Is there hope? There will be. Can things get crazier? Yeah, if Trump decides to invade Greenland, then it's on with the world. Hopefully, we're not going to be the last people on the cinder. But I sense that even Republicans are getting tired of this shit. Democrats aren't, because a lot of Democrats are corporate money. I saw Chuck Schumer's act the other day. But I'm hoping that once we get through this fucking bits of crisis, you're going to start seeing the end game come down even more. Donald Trump has lost it, physically and mentally. Did you see he walked out in a minute of a meeting to look out a window at the East Wing that he destroyed, visualizing his ballroom? That's absolute dementia. That's absolute dementia. You see him talk now, it's slow, it's plodding. He doesn't look good. And I think that's what's accelerated everything right now. And no, they're not going to get another 1,000 ICE agents or 2,000 ICE agents because no one's going to get hired. They're not going to hire them. Have you seen some of those ICE agents? They look as big as me, and I'm not stupid enough to do shit like that. One, it's immoral, and two, law enforcement requires a certain amount of physical fitness. And none of these guys are physically fit. What they are mean, nasty, and given weapons to and carte blanche to use them. So, what we need to do, everyone, is to hang on. I still think the Second Amendment should shine. And as one creator put out, and I'm going to use it. Notice that they're in states that have strict gun laws. You saw how long they last in Asheville when people could use their weapons. Remember that lady just for Christmas who chased off ICE with her weapon? They know better. And they haven't got. And here's the other thing. They're still in suburbs or Targets or Home Depots or schools. They have not touched foot in inner cities. They don't want to go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia warned them. They didn't go into East LA. They didn't. They knew what would happen. They touched parts of Chicago that the gangs ran them out of. And in New York, they got ran out of a couple of places. Point being is they're pussies. They're weak men. And I'm saying this because we need to bolster it up a little. It's hard. You watch this bullshit. You watch what Minneapolis is doing. I'll give you credit, Minneapolis. You're out there in the streets. You don't give a fuck. And you're taking it on. Thank you. Proud of you. That's the way you do it. So, and you're not being violent. They want you to be violent, but you're not being violent. You're taking a risk. And thank you for that. So, I want everyone to understand we're watching the end game. And whenever you land like a big fish, like a shark, it's going to flop around your deck and it's going to bite you. You got to be careful of it. And we have to gaff it a couple more times. And that's going to come in the midterms, regardless of what he wants to do. So, also, one last message for all the people who reacted to my videos about Renee Good or about Minneapolis. One, fat jokes don't mean shit to me. Been there, done that, and you're stupid. Two, I'm just blocking you because I keep getting that the video shows you try to run over him. You don't know what you're talking about. You guys want to go the Orwell way and believe what the state wants to tell you instead of your eyes. Do it on your own time. Okay? I'm just blocking you. I'm not even engaging you anymore because you're not worth it. Not only have you defended Trump on the Epstein files to an extreme, you are now defending murder. And that's how low you are, and that's where you are as a human being. So I don't need to speak to you. Most of you are bots anyway. So blocking is fine. And if you're a human being like that, most people know who you are. And you're sad, you're lonely, and you're unloved. Which is the way it should be. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of the weekend. I'm hoping to spend some time with Mike tomorrow that you'll see on Monday. Mike the Rational Boomer, we'll see. As you can see, I'm feeling better, trying to get back into the groove. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend, and hopefully you'll see me on Monday with Mike. Take care.